Subscribe now. Hit the notification bell. Dun, dun.
Last year, Lamar Gregg.
Exactly. You guys are right on it.
You plan to expand his role?
Absolutely. We're going to double it.
Is there any restrictions on DeJounte earlier?
That's a good question. I don't know if restrictions might be strong, but we're not going to start him out at 35 minutes. Just out of logic. But doctors haven't said he's going to get this many minutes, something like that.
Last year, I saw you see Derek work on that jumper a little bit more. Being over at Team USA, see that move at all?
Yeah, I think confidence-wise, just playing with those guys, that caliber of player, would help anybody progress. So, in a lot of different ways, it was great for Derek.
How did you convince Tim to join your coaching staff?
I did not. I did not. You try your best not to convince people to do things. In that regard, they need to want to do it. And he wanted to do it. Something tells me it's not going to be his passion for life, but he's going to be great this year.
What's your biggest hope in Coach Jonathan being in this role?
Well, obviously, he understands what wins and what loses. He's seen a lot. He's got great experience. His professionalism and dedication over the years is renowned. He's in the gym all the time. All the players see him. Obviously, he's respected, and all of that is kind of like osmosis. It's good for coaches, for players, for staff, just having him around. So he's going to contribute in ways that I don't even know about. Kind of like a player who doesn't show on the stats, but makes you better. I don't think he's going to ponder over 7 hours worth of film or anything like that, because he already knows everything that's in the film. It's us guys that have to look at the film. So his presence will be invaluable.
Did you need that with so much corporate knowledge going, year without Ronald, Tony, and those two assistants? Yeah,
that you're exactly right. Having somebody come in that knows the system like that is pretty huge.
Did you tell him he might have to do media on media day?
I just hope he shows up in time for the games.
He's going to have to wear a suit, I guess.
Well,
is that the rule?
Yeah, there's a sport code involved there somewhere.
Does he know that?
Yeah, he does. It's going to be interesting. I think gym shoes are in his future. Gym shoes and dress jeans. I got a feeling.
Did you guys see what you wanted to see from Lonnie over the summer to incorporate him more this year?
Well, with Lonnie, a lot of it was health and confidence and feeling good about his body. And then once he got onto the court for competitive kind of play and contact, we saw exactly what we wanted to see. He's concentrating on his defense, making good decisions, trying to be solid, and his athleticism is pretty apparent. But all those other things, he made a big step forward during summer play.
With DeJounte back and Derek developing, the addition of Harold, would you be surprised if the defense is not much better at the start and just carries through as it?
Well, we've got to be a better defensive team. That's always been something that we've been, good at. And if you're going to go, if you're going to have a successful season, you need to be a top defender, especially if you want to go deep in the playoffs. And we were average at best last year defensively, so it's got to be our number one priority.
Is it a good problem to have a guy like Gregg, Patty, and Lonnie, all those options coming off the bench in the last year? You're saying that's a problem.
So you're talking about offense now?
Offense.
So you don't really care about defense
I
much?
do,
You don't-
but the NBA doesn't, so I gotta love the offense.
Yeah, but I do.
I know.
How are you doing, Bob? I mean, I don't think you've been through a lot. I think we forget y'all are humans. How are you doing?
Well, that's very kind of you to ask that question. I'm good. I'm good. You know, everybody's life has some ups and downs and hurdles, whatever you want to call it, whether it's at home or in the workplace. And you know, that's the measure of who you are. I think you've got to look at the big picture and understand that you're really not all that. You're just a simple guy or gal, and you carry on and try to do the best you can for yourself, for your family, for other people, for your friends, and that's what I think each of us tries to do to the best of our ability. So that's where I'm at, and I've got a great support group. And when I really get down and think about it, you know, I always talk to my players about this loss or that loss, and if it's the worst thing ever happens to you, you got a pretty easy life. So this is nothing compared to what each of us might have to deal with in our personal lives. And having friends and family helps us all get through all those situations. So I've been fortunate to have that. So I got no complaints, no excuses. Just move on.
Did you get to either Portofino or Positano this summer?
No, I did not. I tried to follow Ettore, but I was busy.
Are you, if you just so happen to disagree with a ref and he doesn't agree with you and you get tossed, what replace you as a coach?
I'm offended that you would even think that I might get tossed. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I didn't get tossed in China. I was a good boy.
I lost money on that.
Was it address RC's new role and just kind of?
I have no idea what his job is. I'm just kind of lost without him, so to speak. You know, I look around, he's not here. He's not asking me questions. He's not telling me what to do. I miss him big time. But the whole organization will be better for it.
Thoughts on the developments that he's innovations that he's hires that he's made always seems to be ahead of the curve with the progression.
Well, you know, whether it's the draft or medical staff or you know, philosophical or ideological sorts of notions about how to run organizations and how to get new information, learn more. He's been at the cutting edge for a long time, and we've all been better off for it. You know, his selections in the draft, and whether it's free agency, trades, whatever it might be, have always been some of the best in the league year in and year out. But he's close by, and you know, Brian Wright has been trained very well by RC, and he's going to do a fantastic job. But we're fortunate that we still have RC close by to, you know, to use and talk to about decisions we might make or not make.
Is he going to be the link RC to Brian's development as time? Will he
Well, Brian and I will never have the continuity I had with RC because I'm 70. I would like to make the announcement that I will not be here for 20 more years. So that's going to be tough. But Brian's a great mind. He's been here for a few years now, understands how we do stuff. He hit the ground running for sure. He'll be fine.
How can you talk about your experience with USA basketball this
Sure.
summer and how you seem to be re-energized and having a good time throughout that process?
I had a great time. The group was fantastic. You know, one of the first things we said is, you guys going to let us coach you? And they let us coach them. They worked hard every day. I mean, that's about a 47, 48-day sacrifice they made to do all that traveling through those countries and everywhere. They were fun to be with. As I said, their work ethic was off the charts. They progressed really well. We had one bad game, but you know, in that competition, that's it. So I was really happy for them. Personally disappointed that I didn't get them over that French game. But you know, they beat Spain and Australia, two of the Final Four teams, earlier, and then won 5 in a row after that, and we're playing well. We had a horrible fourth quarter against France. And I keep going back to it. You know, we were 4 for 11 from the line and 4 for 13 from the field. Hard to win like that. And so that meant the gold was gone. But that group of guys qualified us for the Olympics. And that's pretty huge. I think, you know, Americans just used to, do we win the gold or not? You know, that was our goal. But it didn't happen, but it wasn't for lack of effort or passion on their part. They got as far as they could possibly get in a short period of time, never having played together. And their attitudes every day were fantastic. They made it a fun trip. So that's why, you know, I try to not get too aggressive when I hear an ignorant comment about, you mean they lost? Are you serious? You know, those questions are just ignorant and show a lack of understanding and a lack of respect for the teams that they played. So, you know, their effort was great. The teams they played were awesome. And I think it was a good experience for everybody.
The perception still is, however, he said all the guys are going to go this summer, next summer. The perception still is, all we got to do is throw talent at it and win gold. Are you concerned that because those guys didn't build cohesion this summer that they could carry over into the next?
Well, I'm not going to worry about that. You know, we're not certain of who's going to be there. You know, every year it's different. But this group deserves tremendous credit for getting us qualified, making the sacrifice, working every day, and you know, they just did a hell of a job. And some people will understand that, other people won't, but it doesn't really matter to me, as you well know. I know what they did, and I was proud of every one of them.
What if anything, from that experience this summer did you learn that could be parlayed into the Spurs this season? Been around for a while.
You know, there are things, but I'm probably not going to do a clinic for you right now.
What was it like seeing Patty Mills in his uniform and wanting to do his thing on the inside?
I tried to trip him once or twice. You know, like we told our players, these guys go back to their own teams and they become superheroes. They really do. You know, it doesn't matter if it's Luis Scola or Patty Mills or anybody else. Rubio was great for Spain. Shot it like twice as much as he usually does in the NBA. But, you know, these guys have played together for 2 and 3 Olympics. You know, they're like perfect execution. They love getting back together again. They have huge passion for it. So, you know, we have to generate that in a very short period of time. And the passion was there. These guys cared a lot, but they still have never played together on the same court. And that makes it pretty difficult. That's why I'm so pleased with them. Just disappointed because I wish I'd have done a couple of things to get them through that French game, and I didn't. But it wasn't on them for any lack of trying, for sure.
Guys going somewhere to practice to get better at the craft. You encourage guys to get away and leave basketball alone, just trying to get their mind.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we that's why we don't have shoot around sometimes. As simple as that might sound, but you know, that one more mental appearance might be something they don't need. You know, better to stay home and take the kids to, you know, International House of Pancakes or wherever the hell you go now. I don't know where you go for pancakes. I used to go to Taco Cabana, but you know, stop that too. Well, you know, I think we should. You know, we started last year without any point guard. You know, Derek was hurt, DeJounte was gone, and he said, "Bryn, you're the point guard." And after he recovered from his heart attack, you know, we got on course pretty well. He did a hell of a job, actually.
Was it tough? Was it tough losing Dobbs considering the circumstances? And what do you like?
It was more than difficult to lose Dobbs, you know, because that was let's just say that was an unfortunate situation that was handled unprofessionally on a couple of different levels. We made that move to make the signing that we did, and got blindsided. And Dobbs was a special player, as we all know, and he was young and getting better and better. So, we hated losing him.
Did Marcus reach out to you guys at all during that time to explain what happened?
Not really.
Before you walked up, Lamarcus was kind of taking offense at our implication that he wasn't young anymore. How do you see him at this point in his career, and how well he's been able to kind of adapt to a changing league?
He played 81 games last year, didn't he?
What would you expect?
That's enough said.
You're talking about y'all being ahead of the curve in 2013. League finals from 50, 20, 50,000 sending guys home. Now low minute.